Look, Happy New Year. And I know you wonder what I'm talking about. Talk about Happy New Year, but I decided, I know it ain't New Year yet, but I decided to do my New Year resolution early this year. And my New Year resolution is, I ain't doing no New Year resolution. I'm going to start doing what I said I'm going to start doing today. And that's it. With that being said, Happy New Year. And my New Year resolution was doing more content to this page, Soul Tribe 29. I started out with 2 members. Now we here. So, but we're trying to get there. And now, right now is 1,000. By the new year that people celebrate, we want to be at 1,000 members. Y'all help me. Come on. Share, send, like to a friend, comment, give me feedback about all the stuff, what you like about the video, what you didn't like. Like I'm moving my hands right now because there was ashy a minute ago, and now look at the glowing now. So I'm going to talk with my hands just because I used to be insecure about that when I was ashy. Now I'm classy a little bit. At least my hands ain't ashy no more anyway. They used to match my that, but nah, they match my this. So with that being said, my New Year's resolution was going to stop being neglected in Soul Tribe 29. We want a big family. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just bring it together. We're going to have fun, a lot of content. By the way, I'm Clay Davis, the greatest that never made it. If you ain't know, now you know. But anyway, we're going to do Alchemy. Alchemy You. This page is all this platform page is all about alchemy. Alchemy. The transformation of negative energy into positive energy. So with that being said, the introduction to alchemy for me was the 7 Hermetic Principles by way of the Kabbalah, which is written by the 3 initiates, which was really William Walker Atkinson, which is said that's a pseudonym, whatever, If you could pronounce the word right, pronounce it in the comments. But you know what I'm saying, the name people right under that. Not their original name. But he went under the 3 initiatives for this when he said it was channeled by the 3 initiatives. It's some universal laws. It's some real cosmic stuff. And it ain't really that cosmic, but it's really deep because these universal principles is like religion. This is like spiritual laws without the religious dogma. And add the religious dogma, it just gives the spiritual law personality. And that's what religion got out of this. Like, I read a few passages out of this to let you see what I'm saying. But this really is a book about mastery and book about mastering yourself, and to show you how to master yourself by using the 7 Hermetic Principles, with the 7 universal laws, which there are many universal laws, but these 7 main ones, the most, it is like most of the other laws spring branches off of these laws and principles. Once you get these principles down pat, it's like all the rest gonna fall into place. These 7 laws, like, put it like this, like the 7 colors of the rainbow. Now the 7 basic colors, right? Roy G. Biv: red, orange, yellow, green, Biv, indigo, violet. Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet. Them the basic colors, right? And blue. Them the basic colors, but all the other colors come from those colors. Those basic colors, you get all the other colors. So that's how these laws is. From these 7 principles, or these 7 laws, you could get all the other principles from them by mixing them variations of this, breaking them down like in the sub laws and a lot of others. So these the main ones. And the other ones, come, once you knock these out, the other ones, you're just going to have a better understanding of them. So these are the main ones, the 7 Hermetic principles. And a quick rundown of where they come from is Hermes, hence Hermetic, but where Hermes come from, Hermes gets his origin from the Egyptian / Kemetic god Thoth, which translates into Huda, and in Greek it translated into Hermes. So that was their version of Thoth. And the Hermetic principles are actually Egyptian principles about Thoth, who claimed to be an Atlantean from a survivor from the ancient civilization of Atlantis, who made Kemet his new dwelling place, and there he taught the mystery schools and taught the ancient mysteries of Atlantis to select a few people who were worthy of the knowledge. So, and it started a cult following, and some people say that this is the mystery schools of taught, like basically Hermes taught he a deity of God, but a lot of people say he was an actually man, actually person that they deified after his death. And the thing about his death, they said he knew how to reincarnate at will in the different bodies, and he really didn't die. So he just came back at different times, spreading his knowledge and teaching people, gathering followers. Like some people even go to farther saying that Jesus, the school that when Jesus was in Egypt in the Bible, and he disappeared for the 33 years or the 30 years or how many ever years, he was in taught mystery schools in Egypt learning mystery schools of Thoth was basically the foundation of that is the 7 Hermetic principles. And that's just a little quick rundown. So get into the meat of it. And I just want to do a quick introduction of the principles. And we'll talk about it, but I'm going to go a real in-depth video of each one. That's my New Year's resolution. So, and I've been wanting to do this and just procrastinated. And really, it's like crazy because I said I was going to do it and I said, I'm going to do it. This about the third take. I started over the first time. I'm talking with my hands. I'm like, oh, my hands, ashy. Oh, I can't go on like this. So I had to restart that, do it over, then something happened, technical difficulties. I hope this one right with the sound. But anyway, nevertheless, it's the third time. We still doing it. But I'm going to read the laws. All right. The first law, universal principle, is the principle of mentalism. And I'm going to give you a brief definition of each one. Like I said, we're going to go over each one in depth. But this is just a brief definition, a summary, and my analysis of each one. Hopefully that help y'all. But like I said, go get the book yourself, 7 Hermetic Principles. It's a good read. I read it about 3 or 4 times. Every time I read it, get some more insightful knowledge. And the thing about this book is, and it's getting to the principle of mentalism too, it's all on the same topic. It's like, they say this book is, don't give you answers to things you don't know about. It don't, just not going to open the universe and give you the answers to anything really, but it give you understanding to the things that you do know about. Once you read these principles and understand these principles, it's like a master key to all the things that you thought you knew about and you was wondering. The knowledge in this book and the understanding, give you understanding to understand those things, dissect things, and really give you, like I call it, bullshit guy, because once you know, you know. You can't bullshit me. If I done been through the bullshit, sold the bullshit, I done dissected the bullshit. When I see bullshit, I don't know what it is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's what this book help you like that. So, and it also said one of the axioms in this book was, this book finds you. You don't find it. So it's like saying when it's time and you're ready to learn, this book gonna find its way to you. Not even a book, this video, the information, this video, gonna find it, this channel, gonna find its way to you when you're ready to learn about alchemy. So, and they mention that in the book. A lot of axioms, a lot of wise sayings, and it's something that people still use today. And a lot of people don't know the origins or the information or the phrases, but one say is, when the student is ready to learn, the teacher will appear. And voila, here I am, Clay Davis, the greatest that never made it, come to teach you something. So sit back and learn. And when I say a teacher, I'm not inventing this information. I'm just saying I'm breaking it down, making it understandable, and at the same time, letting you know what the information is for yourself, so you could, do your own research, your own comparison. I'm not making up the information. I'm just telling you Happy New Year and doing what I said I was going to do for my New Year resolution. So the first principle is mentalism, is the all is mind. And that's basically saying the universe is mental. And it breaks down, let me break down the all for you. It's saying the all is God, or what you would say God is, but God is bigger than the creator of the universe, and everything is bigger than God. It's the first thing. Nothing before it is like all it was, all there ever will be. If something was before it, it wouldn't be the true ultimate creator. So it just gotta be everything. Because if it's God, like, people got different gods. This all is above all the gods. Everything, the first thing, before the first thought, is all. So that's what they say the all is. That's how they explain the all. And the Hermeticism breakdown of the alchemy. So that's what it say, the all. And, I refer to that as a lot too, because what they say is the all is the human mind is coming from a place where it could never even understand what the true creator is. So, and when I say God, I'm talking about the true creator, because, different people got different views about religious gods and, and different perspectives. So when I say God, I'm referring to the all, not no religious gods, not no sky daddy, not no Allah, Yahweh, none of that. I'm referring to all, as in the creator of the universe, all. But that's why I had to give you a thorough breakdown of the all to even understand the topic of mentalism, because the mentalism talks about how the all had to create the universe in his mind, because it gives a thorough breakdown of three ways man could create, and God create the same way. But only one makes sense for God to do. Because one way man could create, man could grab some tools, some wood, saw, hammer, and build a house out of nothing. The house wasn't there. Man created the house. But at the same time, if God created like that, that would mean they had materials outside of God for him to create with. And if he had something outside of God in the first place, that means he wasn't original and he wasn't the first, because where the materials come from? If you didn't create them, if you were the all. So throw that out the window. The second one, man could create is what a woman. Procreate, man. Get with a woman and have a baby. You just created something that wasn't there. But once again, if God creates something, then he's not God if he had somebody else to, procreate with. So throw that out the window. But the third way that man could create is with his thoughts. You could manifest with your thoughts. You could think about, write some characters in a book, and I could write a script by the book get produced as a movie. Then the movie got to have real characters, right? Nah, my thoughts that I wrote down on a piece of paper, now they got real people that embody that. Now it's on a TV screen, or the characters have a real personalities now, played by real people who embody the personalities of the character. And essentially, that's the way the creator created the universe with his mind. So we live in the mind of the creator, and it's actually a paradise. And when you get back to the other principles, it all tie together. So, but that's the basically first mentalism. That's the law of mentalism, that the creator created us in his mind, but we also had the same ability to create with our mind, but just on a lower level, as we're a lower level from the creator. And one thing, the Kabbalion gives a comparison, like we are living in the mind of the all, but at the same time, we are the all. We're just a smaller cup of the ocean. If you take a smaller cup of the ocean and bring it home, it's not the ocean. It comes from the ocean. It's of the ocean, but it's not the ocean. But it's the same essence of the ocean, just separated from the ocean. So that's how we are. We are God, separated from the physical God by his thoughts. That's the law of mentalism. So the second law is the law of correspondence. The principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. And I know you heard that before, but that's the principle of correspondence. But I'm going to give you a brief breakdown of that too. And that's saying that good analogy of the principle of correspondence, as above, so below. People who believe in astrology. And the belief of astrology is that the movement of the planets affect the energy of the earth and everybody on the earth, as above, so below. And that's one of the best analogies I could think of. But also they talk about the levels of correspondence. Like they say 7 levels of correspondence. They say it's beyond 7, but they like the human mind could only understand up to 7. Beyond that, it's like it's understand is your human mind wouldn't even be able to fathom just anything that happened beyond the 7. So they keep it at 7. So, but they're saying like if the first level is physical, then the second level is death. Then the third level is the second level is purgatory. The third level is fifth dimension, or what the religious people would call heaven. Then the fourth level is like, now you a god at this level. You got god-like powers. And then the fifth, this thing can increase. It'll be a bigger god, more powerful. And it also states that at level 1 is the physical level, right? It's also like, it just don't go from level 1 to 2. It's shade in. Everything shades, like fades into 1.2, 1.3. Like an ant might be at 1.1, 2-dimensional. And certain beings, we might be at 1.2 by default. But once you start using your brain, you know, and thinking on a deeper level, you're at 1.3. Then once you get into certain stages like meditation, you see what I'm saying? You get to 1.4. And each level, it's like more rewarding things with each level. So the higher you get, the more, I wouldn't call it rewards, but more rewarding things on these levels. But then once you get to 2, 2.1, 2.3, and these levels, and so, and another point, correspondence is just like your inner correspond with your outer, like how you feeling, what you put into your body, stuff like that. It's like how your food make you feel. What you put in your body corresponds with how you're feeling, and corresponds with the things you're attracting, and how your inner corresponds with your outer. But that's the law of correspondence. That's the law of 2. And for me, those 2 was the most hardest ones for me to grasp concept of. So it might take a little longer. But I ain't saying I'm trying to breeze through this, but I might end this video right here and make this part 1, and then we're going to run through the rest of them. So that's the law of mentalism and the law of correspondence. And them was the 2 longest ones in, I think, the introduction. So we're going to stop this one right here, and then we're going to start with the 3rd principle, and that's going to be the principle of vibration. I think that's what we're going to do. All right.